Do you need a business plan in order to start a new business? In my opinion, no you don't, and I'm going to tell you why. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Recovering Entrepreneur with me, Luke Garnsworthy. Following the loss of my business in November 2022, I am now a recovering entrepreneur and I'm documenting my journey back into business here on YouTube and on social media, so I hope you enjoy. So fingers crossed it's second time lucky. I've already recorded this episode once today. Unfortunately, the camera was slightly out of focus. So it's now the evening, kids are in bed. I've got a cheeky glass of whiskey as it is the evening. So let's see how it goes. So last week I had a message on social media asking how I go about writing the business plans and how I found the time to do it for all the businesses that I'm trying to get off the ground at the moment. The honest truth is I haven't. There's better things to do with my time than sitting down, writing down what the business is, the mission, vision, values, marketing plans, financial plans, etc., etc. When it's in this early stage, it's just me on my own. It's all in my head, and that's all that matters because I'm the only one that really needs to know at the moment. Once I hopefully grow them to a point where I either need to raise capital or grow it further into a bigger business, that's the point at which we can start forecasting and writing out a plan. But for right now, it's about taking an idea, developing it further, proving a market for it, and getting it out there and starting to generate some buzz and some sales, and then you can move forward from there. So a perfect example of this is when I started Crockers. It was just in my in-laws' kitchen and dining room. I had an idea, having been a chef and seen chef's tables, for doing a small sort of dining concept, 10 seats. We did 5 test nights in the house and put it on the local social media channel. I think it sold out within about half an hour, all 5 nights. It was about 25-30 quid a head. I didn't make any money on it whatsoever, but it enabled me to A, prove there was demand, and B, test the actual concept in real life. The feedback was amazing, and that prompted us to start looking for a location to set up the first Crockers Chef's Table. At that point, I wrote a business plan because I had to raise some capital. But up until that point, it was just me at home, grinding it out, trying to figure out how we get from idea to our own location, doing what the dream was. Obviously, then we moved into Tring. That meant an even bigger business plan, raising even more money. And then with Henley, far more detailed business plan, huge projections, just to raise the just over £1 million needed to redevelop that site. So now I've got a few ideas that I'm trying to get off the ground. The most prominent one is the Cookie Slice Company. I don't have a plan for it at all. It was an idea I had, having seen these cookie slices in a local cafe, and then other people doing these kind of like baked goods delivered to people's homes and businesses, and one in particular I know of that's doing very, very well. So I just thought, could we do it with cookie slices, refine them slightly, and then see what happens? So I've taken the idea, I've spent the last 2 weeks trying to refine the product. This week's been really good, we'll get onto that in a bit later. So we've tested the product. I've put it out to a few friends and family and people we know who may sugarcoat the truth, but hopefully will be honest with their feedback. And now we're ready to take it to market on the store and see how it goes. So no plan whatsoever. The plan is generate as much revenue as possible while we're still using the home kitchen. And then when we outgrow that, hopefully we'll have enough of a pot in order to fit out a unit to do it more and more commercial scale. And then on the web development and content creation side, again, no real plan. Study on the web development and get good at making websites, and then keep cranking out the content, both for paying clients but also for myself and my portfolio, in a hope that someone else sees it and takes me on to do their content for them. That is the plan. Eventually we'll forecast it out and see, hopefully, if we get too busy, where we need to start taking on sort of contractors to lighten the load on me. But for now, it's me pedal to the metal and cracking on. As I've said before, this is just my way of doing it. It's not necessarily the right way. Maybe a stupid way, who knows? But it's worked for me in the past. I'm hoping it's going to work again. If you've done something different, then by all means drop a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear it and see how maybe I can change my approach to things. Hi guys, just a quick one. I hope you're really enjoying watching these videos. I'm having a great time making them. If you are, please hit the like, follow and share it to everybody you know, so I can grow the audience and keep going with these videos and hopefully helping as many people as possible not make the mistakes that I am. So seeing as this is essentially my video journal of what's going on in my business world, let's get on to it. Fairly up and down week, really. Ashamed to say, on the web development side, the studying, nothing's been done this past week. Other things have taken priority. And unfortunately, the studying's just fallen by the wayside. Not proud of that. I really need to tighten up my structure and allocate those days where nothing else gets in and I do that studying. So this week there's going to be 3 days at least of studying to catch up, just to keep it fresh in my mind, because it is tough. It is a lot to remember, and I find that if I don't keep doing it consistently, I just forget what I've done, and then you go on to the next bit and you're just like, I don't know what to do. So not great on that front, but will get better. On the content creation front, we had a great photo shoot at Crocker's Tring. Again, our fortnightly shoots there. Took about 600 photos, 25 videos. So we're cranking out a load of reels at the moment and some imagery for them to post. So keep an eye on their social media. It's at Crocker's Tring, and you can see my handiwork. I will post some on my own, the Recovering Entrepreneur page on Instagram, but I'll just give them a chance to kind of get their content out first. On my own personal content, we had an exciting delivery of new glassware. Sad to get excited about it, but that's just me. So nice new cocktail glasses and some cocktail equipment, ready to create more sort of photos and videos of the various cocktails that I enjoy. Don't know if you saw the campfire martini I made a few weeks ago. If not, you can check it out on Instagram. Really enjoyed doing that, had a great response, so I'm going to keep doing more of those kind of videos. I've got my favourite cocktail book. It's big. I'm just going to go through and make every cocktail and pretend as if it was creating content for a bar, in a hope that hopefully a drinks brand or maybe a bar will see it and want me to go and do some work for them. So again, much like the studying, the Etsy store for the digital downloads, nothing's happened with that this week. I need to create some more content on the cocktail side of things in order to get more images up there to download. I also need to get my head around Etsy. I'm familiar with Shopify. I'm not familiar with Etsy, so I need to really, get into it, figure out the best way to set up the store, maximize, organic traffic, but then also working on their marketing systems to drive traffic to us. So fingers crossed I'll find some time to do that at some point. And then the really big progress in the past week is the Cookie Slice company. We're nearly ready to launch it as a shop online. I've spent the last week testing all of the final recipes for all of the flavours. I've done a batch of everything. Today we did some photo shoots for it, so we've got imagery ready to go up on the website hopefully later this week. Just got to edit that and then pop it up there. I will stick a few throughout this video, just so you can kind of see what we're doing. So I'm really looking forward to getting that live and seeing if people want it, essentially. Again, testing that market and making sure that my hunch is correct and that people actually want to pay me to send them some cookie slices. So this week it's all about getting the store live for the Cookie Slice company, and then study, catch up on the web development, because we're aiming for that early April launch to try and start generating some clients on that front. So that's it for this episode, bit of a shorter one. I hope you guys are enjoying watching this. If you have any questions or anything you want me to talk about, please do leave a comment below. I'd love some ideas. Otherwise, I'll just keep waffling on about what I'm doing and what I'm planning to do, and hopefully adding in some value for you all to take away. But thanks again for watching, and have a great week, and I'll hopefully see you again next week.